Welcome to day 27 of the AWS tutorial. Here we are talking about the AWS services and we are talking about the DevOps journey as well. In this particular video, we are going to talk about one another property of the AWS S3 bucket. And in this particular video, we are going to talk about the third point, that is a static website hosting. We will see how you can host your static web application into S3 bucket. Correct. If you have not watched out other videos, you can watch out other videos which are available on the channel that are based on the AWS EC2, the different properties, user data, elastic IP address, your launch template, auto scaling group, your load balancers, the different kind of load balancer, path-based routing, AWS IAM, roles, policy, users. We have also talked about the AWS interview questions. We have also talked about the BPC, subnet, NAT gateway, internet gateway, route tables, transit gateway, VPC peering, VPC peering, VPC endpoint, and many more stuffs. We have talked about the Kubernetes, CI/CD, and other stuffs as well. In this particular video, we are going to talk about the static website hosting. Let's directly move to the AWS console, and we will see how will we host our static web application inside S3 bucket. So let's directly move to the Visual Studio Code, and before that, let me go to the AWS console for the S3. Here we are in the S3. If you are not aware how to search for the S3 service, you can simply type S3 and you will be clicking on the S3. You will fall within this AWS console for the S3 console. Let's click on the create bucket, and here we will go with the general purpose. We will give the name for the bucket, and the bucket name should be unique. As you know, if you are not much aware, you can watch out the other previous video which are specifically on the AWS S3 bucket creation. Here we will be passing the unique name for our bucket, man demo-11, and we will go with the default configuration with this one, block or public access as disabled. So I will be just making it the public bucket, and I will acknowledge this. Rest of the things I am going with the default configuration. Let's click on the create bucket. So our bucket is created. Correct. Now within this bucket, if you get into the properties section, here you will see there is an option called as static website hosting. If you click on the edit, it says use this bucket to host a website or redirect request, and for that you need to enable the static website hosting. So I have clicked on the enable section. Correct. Then it says that host a static website or redirect request for an object. I'm going to host a static website. Here I will be clicking on the index.html. Correct. That means, what does that mean? I'm going to upload a file called as index.html over here. Correct. And here I will be not passing any rule. I will be just uploading index.html file over here. Correct. Let me do the save changes. So now in the static website hosting, I'm saying that it has to fetch the code from index.html, and right now I have not uploaded any index.html over here. So will this work in any way? Let me click on this particular URL, and you will see there is no content over here. 403 forbidden, access denied. What does that mean? This bucket does not have any permissions to get into this, and even I will be adding any permission, this access will be this message will be removed. But as we don't have any object called as index.html, you will not be able to see any message over here. Correct. You will not be able to see any web application over here. So let me do remove this error first, and then we will go to the index.html creation. So for that, I will be getting the content from my GitHub repo, which is called as Manish Krishna Vimal. This is public repo as well. You can get the content. So I'll be just creating this bucket policy for my bucket. Let me do the copy, and I will get into the permission here. I will be creating the bucket policy. Let me click on the edit section, and I will just change the policy over here. Let me do this command V. Okay, I think it's not copied. So let me just copy this, command C, and then I'm doing the command V. Here I have to pass the bucket ARN. Correct. What is the bucket ARN? Earlier I had this bucket created as Manish Tiwari. Now it's called as Manish demo-11 /*. That means on all the objects, man demo 11. Correct. Let me do the save changes. And what is the error over here? Resource ARN S3 object and expected error for FAI response policy has invalid resource. What is invalid? Let me select this one. I need to remove command V, and I don't think there's any error. Okay, now it's fine. So bucket policy is saved. Now let me refresh over here, and now you see the another message, no such key. Message, the specified key does not exist. Which key does not exist? The index.html, what we have mapped here. Correct. Get into the properties section. Here, while labeling this static website hosting, we passed a file name index.html. So now it is going to get the content of that index.html and display over this URL, correct? But that file does not exist, so I will have to upload that file as well here, objects, correct? So for that I will get into the my Visual Studio Code. I will be just clicking on one file that will be called as index.html. Here I will be just pasting the content from my GitHub repo only. I will be just selecting all this content from here to up to the last. So let me just select this, command C, let me go to the Visual Studio Code, let me just do the control V and control S. Most probably this should be saved. Let me go to the AWS S3 bucket, and here I will upload this. So let me click on the add files. Let me go to the index.html here. Let me select the open, and index.html is there. Let me click on the upload. Your file is uploaded. So here we do have the index.html now, and in this static website hosting we have mentioned the same index.html name. Now you should be able to see the content of this file. Welcome to my static website. This is simple static website hosted on AWS S3. Let's work together. This was all the content of the Visual Studio Code as well. Here you can see we had this header 1, welcome to static website, and the paragraph, this is a simple static website hosted on AWS S3. Let's work together, learn more. You see the same over here, learn more as a link, welcome to my static website as a heading, h1, and then this is a simple static website hosted on AWS S3. Let's work together as a para. Okay. So this is how you can host your static website over the AWS S3 bucket. What you will have to do, you will have to just edit your bucket policy. You will have to pass the ARN of the bucket here with the permission S3 get object, put object, whatever the you want. We are just trying to get the content, so it's get object permission. You will have to upload this file index.html, and here you will have to enable a static website hosting. Here you will have to pass the index.html. So this is all you have to do for hosting your static website inside your AWS S3 bucket. In this particular video, we wanted to talk about all this, and in the next video, we will meet with some other content, and most probably that will be our replication rules, lifecycle rules, and then at the end we will be talking about the S3 CORS and running AWS CLI commands for the S3 bucket. So till the time, thank you, bye bye, and stay tuned with the channel. Do subscribe to the channel to get the more technical content related to the DevOps journey. Till the time, thank you, bye bye.